There's a lot of women there in the United States. Pretty, sexy, stable. Why you are dating a Filipina? Or why you choose to date a Filipina?
Well, okay.
Hi mga boss. My name is Genevieve.
And I'm Brian, and welcome to our channel.
I have a question for you. One question. You're gonna answer this one with like your ideas as a foreigner. So there's a lot of women there in the United States. Pretty, sexy, stable. Why you are dating a Filipina? Or why you choose to date a Filipina?
Well, okay, sexy, subjective. Okay, that's subjective, right? I mean, I've my experience talking about Western beauty versus Asian beauty. It's kind of funny because white women seem to want to make their skin darker, while dark women seem to want to make their skin lighter. It's baffling to me, but anyway, yeah, that's true. There are a lot of women that are successful, but percentage of population, I don't think that it's that much different in the Philippines, right? Our standard of living here is a little bit higher, I think. Except for the homeless and a few cases, people aren't living in at like they are in the Philippines, right? So why would I choose a Filipina? Um, well, okay, so number one, okay, let me address your statement, okay? Well, yes, there are successful women here in this country, and there are good-looking women. Yes, those aren't mutually exclusive, nor are they dependencies, right? Have an unsuccessful woman that's attractive, and vice versa. The problem is attitude, right? It's I was married before. This isn't true with every woman, but I mean the women that are single that would be interested in me now. First off, the age difference. For some reason, it's like women here find it disgusting when a guy is like more than 5 years older than them. I'm being facetious, right? That's not exactly true, but so like there's almost almost like a 12-year age gap between us. That's not terrible, you know. But yeah, it's just the women that I think that I would be interested at my age are either married or whatever. And I'm not looking for a supermodel or anything. It's just I want somebody that's just not overly demanding and wants to be a partner. And that's a hard thing to find nowadays. Like if you meet a woman that makes more than you, yeah, she doesn't want anything to do with you because you're somehow inferior. I mean, what's the expectation here? The expectation is like ridiculous here. I mean, you can find plenty of examples on TikTok. Those are extreme examples. But anyway, why? Okay. Now let me address the why I was choosing more directly. Okay. So one, I think attitude is huge. And I kind of already said attitude already, but I'm not. I'm now going to talk about Filipinas, not Western women. So, like, I had a relationship with Filipino people that I met while traveling abroad for business, and she had a very interesting background, but she was really sweet, and it's like for no reason. It's like not like I was giving her money and stuff. I mean, I ended up helping her out for a little bit, but yeah, it wasn't like how should we say an exchange, a relationship based on some sort of monetary exchange. It wasn't like that. But she was just genuinely kind of a sweet girl, and that kind of led me to pursue a relationship with. Or led me to believe that I think I would find a more suitable mate, with a Filipina. It's culture. Secondly, This is going to sound silly. I don't mean to be like weird like this because, I think my preferences has changed now because of my experience. I prefer the long, dark, straight hair. Actually, I've always kind of had a thing for that. Either Mediterranean women or Middle Eastern women. Anyway,
Indian.
some. Um, you know, uh, the Filipinas don't tend to be like on. I guess majority don't tend to be obese like they are here. I mean, everybody has a problem with that here in the West. I think our food quality is just it's too high in calorie content. We all struggle with obesity because frankly, we just don't get out and exercise like we should, and the food is just too easy to get and it fattens you up. So as a consequence, people are heavy. You don't see that with Filipinas, although maybe that changes when people move to this country.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're just petite.
Yeah, small, petite, and then there's this like, all right, confession. Honestly, skin. It sounds creepy.
Color.
I just said that, but like smooth.
What do you mean skin?
The skin.
The
like,
color.
Mask. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean by that is like smooth skin. Like not hair.
Like,
I mean, naturally, right? I mean, if you keep up on that, it doesn't show anyway. But I don't know. It's just something different. Smooth, dark, pleasant to. I don't know. Maybe this sounds a little perverted, but like the way it feels like touching the skin, like just an arm. Or I'm not talking about it. But
okay.
Filipinos have great skin.
Okay. What else?
So attitude, appearance, and the physical, right? I mean that sums it up probably in that order. Attitude, personality for one, and two, physical attractiveness. I mean, you can be attracted to somebody that's just not the most attractive person. So what? You accept them for who they are. That's just the way it is. And I think, generalization culture in the Philippines and other countries similar, where family values are put ahead of some other things, right? I think there's some benefit to that old world kind of thinking, right? I mean, yeah, I said old world, but I mean, it seems to hold true because Western countries have kind of gone on to this new world thinking, which is kind of undermining some family values. And I feel like sometimes I'm walking on broken glass around certain people. It's like, you got to be careful about everything here. People are judgmental and weird.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a long-winded answer.
Yeah, just three. Attitude, appearance.
Culture.
What else? Culture. What else?
Ties into attitude, right? I mean, what else? What else would there be? I mean, I think if I were to summarize, those three things are important to me, but people don't generally grasp how that really works until they actually travel. And I challenge anybody who thinks of an American that travels abroad to meet a girl in a third world country. I mean, yeah, Philippines is a third world country. I challenge those people that judge that as a negative to go actually meet people in those countries. So on that note, a lot of the stuff that you see on TikTok and these talking heads out there will say like, oh, they're unfit, they're unworthy to find women. No, I'm just tired of the nonsense here. Frankly, I'm doing well professionally. I'm established, and one day I just want to retire and live a good life with someone who appreciates me for who I am. I don't want to be in the situation where I'm getting ready to retire and poof, there goes my retirement because she's no longer happy with someone that's not pulling in full time.
Okay. Okay, that's the end of our video. Thanks for watching. When you're
Cheers.
drinking, yeah, cheers.
Mabuhay.